Join me as I dive into the chilling past of some of the world's most infamous battlefields and attempt to uncover their haunting histories. When we think of battlefields, we often imagine the clash of steel, the smell of gunpowder, and the cries of the fallen. But there's another side to these hallowed grounds, a side that whispers secrets to those who dare to listen. For centuries, battlefields have been the stage for some of humanity's darkest moments, and it's no surprise that they're often said to be haunted by the restless spirits of those who fought and died. The idea of haunted battlefields raises a lot of questions. Can we really trust the stories of ghostly encounters, or are they just the product of overactive imaginations? How do we separate fact from fiction when it comes to the paranormal claims surrounding these sites? And what can these stories tell us about the human experience, about the impact of war on those who lived through it? As we delve deeper into the world of haunted battlefields, it's essential to keep a critical eye open, to question the evidence, and to consider the motivations behind the stories. After all, the line between history and legend can be blurry, and it's up to us to separate the two. But that doesn't mean we can't appreciate the chilling atmosphere that surrounds these places, the feeling that we're walking in the footsteps of the past. The more we explore these battlefields, the more we realize that the supernatural claims are often intertwined with the historical events that took place there. The two are inextricably linked, with the ghosts and legends serving as a reminder of the human cost of war. Gettysburg, Antietam, and Waterloo are just a few examples of battlefields that are said to be haunted by the spirits of the dead. At Gettysburg, visitors have reported seeing the ghost of a Confederate soldier, forever trapped in the battle that took his life. At Antietam, people have claimed to have seen the apparition of a young soldier, searching for his lost brother. And at Waterloo, the ghost of Napoleon Bonaparte is said to haunt the fields where his empire met its downfall. Each of these battlefields has its own unique history, its own story to tell. But they all share one thing in common: a sense of tragedy, of loss, and of sacrifice. And it's this sense of tragedy that gives rise to the ghost stories, the legends and the myths that surround these places. One of the most gripping ghost stories to come out of these battlefields is that of the Bloody Lane at Antietam. It's said that on certain nights, you can still hear the screams of the soldiers who died there, their cries echoing through the centuries. The story goes that if you're brave enough to walk the Bloody Lane at midnight, you'll see the ghostly apparitions of the soldiers, forever trapped in the battle that took their lives. The story of the Bloody Lane is more than just a ghost story. It's a reminder of the human cost of war, of the lives lost, and of the families torn apart. It's a reminder that even in the midst of conflict, there's a deep sense of humanity that binds us all together. As we explore these haunted battlefields, we're left to ponder the enduring impact of historical events on our collective psyche. The ghosts and legends that surround these places serve as a reminder of the human experience, of the tragedy, the loss, and the sacrifice that have shaped our world. And that's a wrap on today's video on the haunting histories of battlefields. If you've got a favorite haunted site or a spooky story to share, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my next video on the most haunted cities in the world.